Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. It's an exciting day here. We have an unboxing to do for you. We are going to take a look at something different, something new, something in a black box too from ZEBLAZE. Now, you guys all know and have heard us talk about the ZEBLAZE Blitz, right? That just like rolls off your bubble gum. Well, this is something different. Let's take a look inside. The ZEBLAZE box. Okay, it latches that way. Okay. What is it? A manual? It's a Bluetooth smartwatch with English instructions and wow! Nice looking! Look how tiny! Hey ladies! Hey, I think we might have something that finally will fit you. Look at this. Nice presentation. It's a nice little thin leather band. Okay, we're finally getting somewhere, aren't we? Where were you at Christmas, huh? Well, Valentine's is coming. Look at that. You can tell the bands are removable when you can do this kind of stuff with it. We have a charging area. We have, obviously, a heart rate monitor thing that looks like speaker ports on this side. Nice little single button microphone over there. Sleek design in gold. Now, apologies for this. I have a man's arm, but let me show you what it looks like on, just to give you an idea. Interesting little gold, matching gold. Sometimes they give you a gold watch with a silver buckle, but you know, when you're talking to the ladies, everything needs to match nicely. So we're hoping this does as well. There we go. Got it on. Nice. Could almost work for a guy, but honestly, this is the closest I've seen for a long time to a band that's designed for a small arm, typically for a woman. But that's totally up to you, folks. Totally up to you. Let's see what else we have in the box first. Okay. It's black in black, which is always hard on video, but a nice presentation box with ZEBLAZE on it. I think this is only our second ZEBLAZE watch. The Blitz is really cool. If you haven't checked out the ZEBLAZE Blitz before, definitely look at it. It's a full-on Android watch that is waterproof. I mean, seriously waterproof with a camera. So you could do underwater photography with the thing, ZEBLAZE Blitz. And throw in the little ZEBLAZE Mini. We'll show you what this one is in a moment. This is the charging dock, and it's got some guide pins here and a cover for the heart rate monitor section. And it's magnetic, so it just couples in right there. Good and solid USB connection. And a look at the manual. User manual for Bluetooth smartwatch with our basic English instructions. There's the barcode, QR code that you're going to want to download, but let me tell you already, it uses the FunDo Wear and Android or iOS, and those are downloadable directly from the Google Play Store. So just head over there and look for FunDo Wear and download them directly. You can skip that whole scanning step. And FunDo Wear is like the best one we've found for tethering so far with tethered watches. It basically means you will be able to make and receive and place phone calls directly from your watch. You'll be able to get your SMS, your text messaging. You'll be able to get notifications. You can set up alarms. Look at that. You've got Siri interface, so you can say all those magic words. Well, I don't even think you have to say them. You press the button, and then you just simply ask Siri or Google. I'm not sure about Cortana or any of the others yet, but definitely for Android and iOS, you should be able to do that. Are we getting into another language here? It looks like we are, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Well, we've covered the English part of the manual. So what's the story? What is this and where is it coming from? This, folks, is called the ZEBLAZE MiniWear. And it's from BangGood. BangGood has sent this one out to us. They've got such creative stuff. We get a lot of the heart rate monitor type watches and the women's watches. If you want diversity, definitely check out BangGood.com. And if you want this watch, look in the show notes down below. Get the link and the buying coupons and whatever you need to pick this thing up. So what is it? It's a tethering watch. It's Bluetooth 4.0 with a 2502C Nucleus system CPU running and supporting both Android and iOS. It's IP65 certified, so don't want to go swimming with it, but you probably can get it splashed a little bit. It's got all these things, 72 hours of standby time and 2 hours of continuous call, ladies. Bluetooth working range is 6 to 10 meters. That's average, and it's in silver or gold. We have the gold one here, and a leather band to it. But the unique feature about this watch is its small design, and yeah, it's nice, attractive look. So we're going to charge it up, we're going to turn it on, and we're going to give you a walkthrough of the brand new ZEBLAZE MiniWear. Here we go. This is a ZEBLAZE watch, so it has the ZEBLAZE logo. There you go. All right. So we start out, of course, with a watch face that's selected at this point. We're going to connect now. We're attempting to connect to the phone, and I've already set that up behind the scenes. It's asking access to all of my messages, which you guys don't need to see, so I cancel that part. And then it also wants all of the contacts that are on my phone. And normally you just say OK, and it just syncs all that stuff up there for you. We're going to be running the FunDo Wear app. That's the one that, together with the watch, lets you do notifications and all sorts of other stuff. We check it. OK, it is connected because you want to disconnect it, so don't need to do that. OK. So we should all be set there. In fact, what we're going to do is say sync data. It's always a good thing to do it first. No data synchronization, meaning it's either already up to date or there's nothing new to add. And we'll set that aside while we come through here. Now, watch faces. These are the ones that are default, that are installed. And they're nice faces. They've got that rectangular or square look on a square watch. So very dressy, little gold highlight around it. I don't know if that's coming through with the lighting in here. So it complements the watch very nicely. I use words like that since this is a ladies' watch. We're looking for fashion over function oftentimes. There's a white type of a watch and a darker color one. Not a whole lot of watch faces, but the good news is you can add watch faces to this watch. There we're back to our original, okay? Now, if I come back over here on the app and I go in home to my applications, you notice there's all these things like adding Yahoo Weather if you wanted to, or all these different watch faces. I'm going to add that digital clock, a white clock, Greer clock, and a black clock. Okay, and those have all been added. Now when I press and hold, you'll see those are there. There's that round one, if you like that nice digital round one. Now these are just the core additional watch faces that come through the FunDo Wear app that you can install. But there's actually a process out there, we're going to cover that one of these days, where you can add custom designed watch faces to any of these FunDo Wear tethered apps using the FunDo Wear app itself. They'll just appear here in the list, and you're able to add those as well. So, like I say, we have all these different new watch faces that we just added, plus the stock ones that you've seen before. So that gave us a few extra watch faces to play with right off of the bat. All right, let's get into the way this is laid out and how it works. You have information across the top. You have your basic phone functionality. There's the phone book, the dialer, call logs, and your messaging. And we've reviewed this on many other watches. So basically the same thing. I'll show you one time here on the dialer. We can go in and put in some kind of a number, and we can go back to our FunDo Wear app. You don't even need to be in the app, actually. You can just simply be here in the phone. And when you try to place that call, whoops, there it goes. See, it's attempting to place it. Now that's the sound coming out of the watch, and it's good and loud. So that's how you would place a call, and there's a message coming in. See, it says 1 missed call. Came in messaging from the FunDo Wear app. Very cool. All right. That's all that good stuff. Then we get into things like the remote notifier. This is where if you have any notifications that you've set up, tethered from the app, you'll get those there. Of course, it'll just pop up on the screen regularly, but if you want to see the old ones, you go there. Find My Device, signals back and forth between your phone and your watch. They both vibrate. You can find one if you've lost it. Your alarms let you add time alarms on here. You have a basic calendar with today's date and then with the calendars themselves. Then you have Bluetooth music that lets you play music that's on your phone through your watch. Can you hear that? We can raise the volume. It's kind of a soft one. Do I need to raise the volume here? I think so. There we go. Make sure the volume's all the way up on your phone, and then you can control the volume here on your watch. Okay. So that's Bluetooth volume, Bluetooth music. Remote capture is kind of cool. We hit that button. We are on an Android device, works with iOS too, and it switches to camera mode. There's my floor with my power supplies over there. You can kind of see the picture on both of them. So you actually see the picture on the watch. You can press that button, and it takes a picture. Now, it's capturing the picture on the phone, so it's going to be stored on the phone in high resolution. But you use this simply as the capture button, and it takes a picture for you. That's nice. Some of them have that little feature with the button, but they don't have the ability to see the picture on the screen, and I really like that. That's nice. Here's your overall Bluetooth connection. That's the name of my phone's Bluetooth thing, and it connects in there. Here's File Manager, where you can see what kind of memory you have available on the watch to add your songs and things like that, and then go in and look at them. We have about a half a megabyte, not much. So that's mostly just for storing some of those extra watch faces and stuff. We have a pedometer in here, of course, so you can track your walks. You can start it and start walking. And then this is, after you set your goal for number of steps, this will show you the amount of steps you've completed with a circle that goes around the outside. I'm probably not getting any steps right now. Takes it a while. And stop. Okay. Not picking up that data, but it would, and when you sync, it would transfer that data over here by saying sync data. And yeah, I didn't get enough movement to get steps, but that's how that would all work. You have the options on here to set your history, your goal, or see your history, set your goals, your height, and your weight, so that the information will correctly compute your calories, okay? And the distance, based on your steps. It'd be nice if it had your stride in here too, so you have to kind of compute your steps times your stride to get the actual distance, but this makes an estimate for you. So that's the pedometer function. You have a sleep monitor. A lot of these have that. You wear this at night, you start it, And in the morning, it'll tell you roughly how well you slept. We have the sedentary reminders. It's a single thing, and this is like a repeating timer. Every 30 minutes, it's set at 0 right now, but you can activate it to vibrate to remind you of taking medicine or taking a walk or stretching or eye exercises, whatever you'd like. The heart rate monitor is right here, and it's the diodes on the back. So I'm going to put my finger over it and hit start so we can test it out. Please hold your hand. What does that say? Well, it's getting a reading. Okay, boom, there you go. 86 right now. And you can go in here and you can set options of check your history, and it shows your entries right there. And on the tethered app, you can go into the heart rate tab, and there's the latest heart rate reading. You see how this is all working tethering wise? Going over a little extra detail on this because it might be some of you are watching this one for the first time since it's a ladies' watch. You might just skip right to that. All right, those are those groupings. Siri is the same, as Google, so I can press that. And instead of having to say the words, I just tap to speak. And it initializes it. What time is it in Beijing, China?
The time in Beijing, China is 3:45 a.m. on Thursday.
All right, you heard it come out of here? You saw it typing it in here. They're connected and coordinated together. So if you're asking things for an audio feedback, you'll get that. If you're asking something that's browsed on the web, you'll have to watch it or look at it on your phone. But nonetheless, that Siri application works great. You have a sound recorder that lets you, first of all, you have to disconnect from Bluetooth so it'll use the internal microphone and speaker. This is a test of the new ZEBLAZE women's fashion watch, and we're checking the audio. Saved, and let's play it. This is a test of the new ZEBLAZE women's fashion watch, and we're checking the audio. Little soft compared to what we were hearing with phone calls and such, but nonetheless, it's got a little built-in sound recorder. The main user interface, it has two different kinds. That's version 1. That's version 2. It looks like it changes the icons, what they look like. Yeah, okay, it's kind of a color change. This is your QR code that you can scan to download the app. But you don't really need to go through that. Just go onto your phone and find FunDo Wear, F-U-N-D-O, FunDo, F-U-N-D-O, W-E-A-R, FunDo Wear app. And that's the one that we're running on the phone. So you can get that down for you. You've got a stopwatch, simple, with split timing that you can go back and see. You've got a calculator, basic functions of a calculator. That's all working. You got your settings, we'll come back into that. And then you've got this heart rate repeat. Now, this is where you have continuous heart rate. So I'm going to hit start. The diode's flashing, put my finger on it. And after it normalizes, it's going to give me the heart rate. Now, you see that little chart thing going? That's not real. If I take my finger away, you see it's still doing it. Easy way you can tell. But it is just a graphic, but the actual heart rate is changing according to what it's picking up in my finger. Calibration on these, accuracy on these, it's the same thing in all of them. And one of these days, we're going to do a whole video about heart rate. But for now, we'll just let it stand that it's a standard stock heart rate monitor. Now, before, usually we would have the heart rate monitor in one app, and you can set in the settings whether you want one reading or whether you want continuous. But in this watch, it's a separate button. So you want continuous heart rate while you're working out, you use that one. You want a single heart rate, you use the other one. We're coming back to settings. Ah, okay, that's it. We've gone full circle. We got those four. The phone book stuff, the notifier, alarms, Bluetooth stuff, file managers, and then your health stuff. Your themes, Siri, and now we're back to settings, where you have the Bluetooth settings, turning power on and visibility on, your clock, the type that you select, which is what we do when we press and hold, and you can set to synchronize the time, or you can turn it off and set it on your own. The sound, the alert types, you can have it for ring only, and you can change that to vibrate only, vibrate and ring, and then vibrate and then ring, which is kind of nice if you want to make sure you don't miss a call, but you want to have a chance to get to it first before it rings. So that's usually what I'll put it on, or vibrate only. Then your ringtones, you have these, that basic one, that one, that one. Good rich sound coming out of this. Nice bass. Ring 4. Okay. And then notifications. You have a few different tones for notification. The first one. Second one is just a tiny beep. Third one. And fourth one. Hard to hear that. But soft. I usually leave it on the beat. Okay, that's all about sound. Then volumes, they're all set at 6 right now, which is the maximum. So you're hearing it full volume. On most of these watches, it's not really all that loud. So we have it cranked up. Display, the main menu type, is restricted to 4 apps only. Some watches allow it to be like individual ones or 4 in a square. This one, it defaults to that. Our brightness level can crank way up. We have it really low right now, so it doesn't completely wash out, but I can go so high you can't even see the word OK there. So we're going to keep it down on 1 so you can see it. And then our overall screen timeout from as low as 5 seconds all the way up to 60 seconds. And I'll leave it there so it doesn't turn off on us. Okay, that's the display. Then motion. You can flip to turn this on if you want to flip to receive an incoming call or flip to mute an alarm. The wake up gesture I like to have on. That's so that when you flip the watch up, it'll come on automatically. You like that? That's getting stock in most of these watches now. And a shake to answer a phone call is available as well. International, you can auto sync, or if you turn that off, you can see what languages are supported. And these are the languages in this nice little watch. If you can read them, you must be able to speak them, I guess. Quite a few. Hebrew, Swedish, Finnish, and of course English. But I'm going to go back into auto, so it syncs to the language that the phone is set for. And your name display, last name first or first name last, basically what that is. And then apps. If you have installed any apps from the FunDo Wear over, right now there's only a weather app, and it quasi works. It's not all that good, actually. But this is where you would uninstall them, any separate apps that you've installed. You can reset the phone there if you wanted to, which we're not going to right now. And finally is About, which gives you the information about this watch. It's called the MiniWear by ZEBLAZE. These are the connected services. This is its version. And the release date on this is, what, April 20th, 2016. Okay. And that is settings, and that is the run through of all of the apps. And we've taken a look at the watch faces, going up, going down, going left, going right. They all take you to the apps. So that's pretty much what we've got. We have a little time display up there, and the battery level indicator is also up there. Nice, huh? Okay, this is the ZEBLAZE MiniWear. And once again, this watch comes to us from BangGood, one of our support partners who comes up with some really fun and unique watches. The ZEBLAZE MiniWear is available right now, and you could use the buying link down in the show notes. Also, going to have a link to another watch or two, hopefully, that you can take a look at for tethering if you're interested in the tethering kind of watches. We have a whole bunch of watches reviewed for tethering. Okay, you've been watching Smartwatch Tips. Thank you again for watching. And if you're interested in a women's style of watch, this one looks really nice. It's a sweet little watch. Got a nice leather band. It's interchangeable, so you could put your own type of band on it. Comes in gold and silver. And when you turn it off, it looks like this. Goodbye.